The alarm blares, a jarring interruption to a night that offered little true rest. Sunlight, bright and insistent, streams through the window, a cruel mockery of the heavy exhaustion clinging to you. You are in your prime, a woman in her 30s or perhaps early 40s, a time when life should be vibrant, brimming with possibility, fueled by ambition and a deep well of inner strength. You've built a career, navigated relationships, perhaps started a family, and you're still reaching, still striving. Yet, beneath the surface of this outward success, a quiet fatigue has taken root. It's not the kind that a good night's sleep or an extra cup of coffee can conquer. It's a pervasive, bone-deep weariness that whispers doubts, blurs focus, and steals the joy from your days. You've tried to push through, to ignore it, attributing it to stress, to being too busy, to simply the demands of modern life. But the fatigue persists, a constant, unwelcome companion, dimming the inner light that you know is still there, buried somewhere beneath the overwhelm. This isn't a fleeting moment of tiredness, it's a pattern, a subtle but significant erosion of your vitality. You find yourself staring at your computer screen, the words blurring, your mind struggling to grasp simple tasks. Conversations feel like a monumental effort, your wit dulled, your patience worn thin. You might notice yourself becoming more irritable, more prone to tears, or conversely, emotionally flat, disconnected from the passions that once ignited you. There's a guilt that often accompanies this, a feeling of inadequacy. You see other women, seemingly effortlessly juggling work, family, and personal pursuits, and you wonder, what's wrong with me? You might even fear that this is just how it is now, that this diminished capacity is your new normal, a silent surrender to the relentless pace of life. This internal struggle is often invisible, a secret battle waged within the confines of your own body and mind, leaving you feeling isolated and misunderstood. This journey is for you, the woman who feels that subtle, persistent drain on her energy, the one who knows she's capable of more but feels held back by an invisible force. We're not talking about a crisis, but a quiet crisis of vitality, a widespread phenomenon that often goes unaddressed. It's about reclaiming that spark, that effortless drive, that innate sense of well-being that feels just out of reach. We're going to peel back the layers of this fatigue, not with platitudes or quick fixes, but with a deep dive into the intricate workings of your body and mind. This is an exploration into the often overlooked foundational elements that support your energy, your focus, and your overall sense of aliveness. We will move beyond the surface-level symptoms to understand the underlying causes, offering a path toward not just managing, but truly transforming your experience of energy and well-being. This is not about blaming yourself, nor is it about accepting this state as immutable. Instead, it's an invitation to a deeper understanding, a pathway to empowerment through knowledge and intentional shifts. We will explore the intricate connection between what you consume, how you feel, and the vibrant life you are meant to live. This is a narrative of rediscovery, of shedding the weight of unspoken exhaustion and stepping into a renewed sense of strength and clarity. It's a story that begins with recognizing the subtle signs, acknowledging the internal whispers of depletion, and daring to believe that a more energized, focused, and radiant you is not only possible but within your reach. The path ahead is one of illumination, of demystifying the complexities of your own physiology, and arming you with the understanding to make informed choices that will reignite your inner fire. The insidious creep of fatigue often stems from specific nutritional gaps, particularly those common among busy women navigating demanding lives. Consider the mineral magnesium, a silent powerhouse involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions within the body. Its role in energy production is paramount. It's a critical cofactor for ATP synthesis, the very currency of cellular energy. When magnesium levels dip, this fundamental process falters, leaving you feeling sluggish and drained, even if you're consuming adequate calories. Furthermore, magnesium is essential for muscle and nerve function, and its deficiency can manifest as restless legs, muscle cramps, or even an inexplicable feeling of jitteriness that paradoxically saps your strength. Many women over 30 find their magnesium stores depleted due to factors like chronic stress, which increases excretion, or dietary patterns that favor processed foods over nutrient-dense whole foods. Building on this, let's examine iron, a mineral frequently overlooked until its absence becomes acutely noticeable. Iron is indispensable for hemoglobin production, the protein in red blood cells responsible for transporting oxygen from your lungs to every cell in your body. When iron stores are low, a condition known as iron deficiency anemia, your body struggles to deliver vital oxygen, leading to profound fatigue, shortness of breath with exertion, and a pale complexion. This isn't just about feeling tired, it impacts cognitive function, making concentration difficult and memory recall sluggish. For women, increased iron loss through menstruation can significantly contribute to these deficiencies, a reality often compounded by inadequate dietary intake of iron-rich foods. The consequence is a cycle where low energy makes it harder to prepare nutritious meals, further perpetuating the deficiency. Consequently, the interplay between these and other micronutrients creates a complex web that underpins your daily energy levels. Take vitamin B12, for instance, crucial for red blood cell formation and the proper functioning of the nervous system. Its deficiency can mimic symptoms of depression and neurological issues, including tingling sensations and balance problems, all while contributing to that pervasive feeling of exhaustion. Many women, especially those following vegetarian or vegan diets, may struggle to obtain sufficient B12 from food sources alone, as it is primarily found in animal products. The body's ability to absorb B12 also declines with age, making this a pertinent concern for women in their prime and beyond. Conversely, while focusing on deficiencies, it's also important to acknowledge how certain excesses or imbalances can indirectly contribute to a feeling of being drained. High intake of refined sugars and processed carbohydrates, for example, can lead to rapid spikes and subsequent crashes in blood glucose levels. This roller coaster effect can leave you feeling depleted and craving more stimulants, creating a vicious cycle of energy dysregulation. The body works overtime to manage these fluctuating sugar levels, diverting resources and contributing to an overall sense of weariness. Now, consider how this applies when you face a particularly demanding workday or a stressful family event. The body's ability to cope is significantly compromised when its fundamental energy-producing and oxygen-transporting systems are not optimally supported. Understanding these specific nutritional underpinnings is the first step toward reclaiming your vitality, moving from a state of passive fatigue to active empowerment. Beyond core minerals and vitamins, the intricate dance of hormonal balance plays a pivotal role in sustaining energy, a factor often overlooked when discussing fatigue in women. Consider the adrenal glands, often referred to as the body's stress responders. When faced with chronic stressors, be it demanding work deadlines, family responsibilities, or even persistent low-grade inflammation, these glands can become dysregulated. This isn't about an acute adrenal crisis, but a subtle, prolonged overstimulation that can lead to a state of adrenal fatigue, characterized by depletion of cortisol and other crucial hormones. This hormonal exhaustion manifests not just as physical tiredness, but also as impaired cognitive function, mood swings, and a diminished capacity to cope with even minor challenges. The body, perpetually in a state of fight or flight, struggles to allocate energy efficiently to other vital processes, leaving you feeling perpetually on edge yet utterly spent. Furthermore, the thyroid gland, the master regulator of metabolism, is another critical player. Hyperthyroidism, a condition where the thyroid gland doesn't produce enough thyroid hormones, is remarkably common in women and often presents with symptoms that can be mistaken for simple aging or stress. These symptoms include profound fatigue, unexplained weight gain, feeling constantly cold, dry skin, and a general slowing of bodily functions. The body's energy expenditure is directly dictated by thyroid hormones, and when they are insufficient, every cellular process operates at a suboptimal level, leading to a pervasive sense of lethargy that no amount of rest can fully alleviate. The subtle onset of thyroid dysfunction means it can go undiagnosed for years, with women attributing their symptoms to lifestyle factors rather than a physiological imbalance. Now, consider the impact of inflammation, a silent physiological response that, when chronic, can be a significant energy drain. Think of inflammation as your body's alarm system. While beneficial in acute situations, a persistent false alarm taxes your system relentlessly. Chronic, low-grade inflammation can arise from various sources, including dietary choices, environmental toxins, or unresolved infections. This constant internal battle diverts energy and resources away from essential functions, leading to a feeling of being depleted and heavy. It can also interfere with nutrient absorption and utilization, exacerbating any existing nutritional gaps and creating a feedback loop of fatigue and malaise. The body is expending significant energy just trying to manage this ongoing inflammatory state, leaving little reserve for your daily activities and ambitions. Another crucial layer involves the intricate relationship between gut health and overall vitality. The microbiome, the vast ecosystem of bacteria residing in your digestive tract, is increasingly recognized for its profound influence on energy levels, mood, and even cognitive function. An imbalanced gut microbiome, often a consequence of poor diet, antibiotic use, or stress, can lead to impaired nutrient absorption, increased inflammation, and the production of toxins that circulate throughout the body, contributing to that pervasive feeling of fatigue. Imagine your gut as the engine of your body. If it's not functioning optimally, the entire system runs inefficiently, leading to a noticeable dip in your overall energy output. This often manifests as digestive discomfort, but its effects can ripple outwards, impacting every aspect of your well-being and leaving you feeling fundamentally drained. The intricate interplay of sleep architecture and its impact on daily energy cannot be overstated, particularly for women navigating the complexities of their prime. It's not merely about the quantity of hours spent in bed, but the quality of those hours, specifically the cycling through different sleep stages. REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, for instance, is crucial for cognitive restoration, emotional processing, and memory consolidation. Disruptions in REM sleep, often caused by hormonal fluctuations, stress, or even certain environmental factors like ambient light and noise, can leave you feeling mentally foggy and emotionally raw, even after a seemingly adequate night's sleep. Think of it like a computer processing background tasks. If these processes are interrupted, the system becomes sluggish and prone to errors upon waking. Furthermore, the restorative power of deep sleep, also known as slow-wave sleep, is indispensable for physical repair and rejuvenation. During this stage, the body releases growth hormone, essential for tissue repair and muscle recovery. Insufficient deep sleep, which can be exacerbated by factors like poor sleep hygiene, late-night screen time, or even underlying medical conditions, leads to a persistent feeling of physical fatigue and a diminished capacity for physical exertion. It's the difference between waking up feeling refreshed and truly recovered, versus feeling like you've been run over by a truck, even if the clock indicates you slept for 8 hours. This isn't about simply falling asleep, it's about the brain and body completing their vital nocturnal maintenance cycles effectively. Consider, too, the often overlooked impact of circadian rhythm disruption on sustained energy. Your circadian rhythm is your body's internal 24-hour clock, dictating sleep-wake cycles, hormone release, and other essential biological processes. For many women, irregular schedules, shift work, frequent travel, or even inconsistent meal times can throw this delicate rhythm out of sync. When your internal clock is misaligned, your body may struggle to produce the right hormones at the right times, leading to daytime sleepiness and nighttime insomnia, a frustrating paradox that severely compromises energy levels. This internal disconnect means your body is essentially fighting itself, expending energy just to maintain a semblance of order, leaving you depleted for your actual daily demands. Building on this, the subtle but significant influence of hydration on cognitive function and energy levels warrants attention. Even mild dehydration can impair concentration, reduce alertness, and contribute to feelings of fatigue. Think of your brain cells as needing adequate fluid to function optimally. When they're dehydrated, their communication pathways become slower and less efficient, resulting in that familiar mental fog and a general sense of sluggishness. For busy women, it's easy to forget to drink enough water throughout the day, especially when engrossed in demanding tasks, making this a simple yet potent contributor to feeling drained. The body's intricate biochemical processes all require water as a medium, and when that medium is compromised, efficiency plummets. The subtle yet profound impact of prolonged exposure to environmental toxins can significantly contribute to that pervasive feeling of fatigue. Our modern world bombards us with a cocktail of chemicals, from plastics and synthetic fragrances to pesticides in our food and pollutants in the air. These substances, when they accumulate in the body, can disrupt endocrine function, interfere with cellular energy production, and trigger chronic inflammation, all of which drain your vital reserves. Think of your body as a sophisticated filtration system. When it's constantly overwhelmed with synthetic compounds it wasn't designed to process efficiently, its energy resources are diverted to detoxification, leaving you feeling depleted and heavy, even if you're eating a clean diet. This isn't about avoiding all modern conveniences, but about recognizing how persistent exposure can quietly sap your strength. Furthermore, the psychological toll of unexpressed emotions or unresolved inner conflicts can manifest as profound physical weariness. When we suppress feelings of anger, grief, or anxiety, or when we carry the burden of past traumas, our nervous system remains in a heightened state of alert. This chronic sympathetic nervous system activation, while designed for acute survival, becomes a relentless drain on energy when it's perpetually engaged. Imagine a car engine constantly running at high RPMs. It inevitably overheats and wears down prematurely. This internal energetic expenditure, this constant battle against our own emotional landscape, can leave you feeling utterly exhausted, even if your external circumstances appear calm. It's as if a significant portion of your life force is being consumed by these internal skirmishes. Consequently, the quality of your social connections and the emotional resonance of your daily interactions play an often underestimated role in your energy levels. Positive, supportive relationships act as an energetic buffer, replenishing your reserves and fostering a sense of well-being. Conversely, relationships characterized by conflict, criticism, or emotional drain can be profoundly depleting. Engaging in constant emotional labor, navigating difficult personalities, or feeling unsupported can siphon off your mental and physical energy, leaving you feeling hollowed out. It's akin to trying to fill a bucket with water while there's a large hole in the bottom. The effort is immense, but the reservoir never truly fills. The energetic exchange within our social circles is a powerful, yet often overlooked, determinant of our overall vitality. Conversely, consider the impact of insufficient mental stimulation or, conversely, overwhelming cognitive load on your energy. While boredom can lead to lethargy, a constant barrage of complex information, demanding decision-making, and the pressure to multitask can lead to what's often termed decision fatigue. Each decision, no matter how small, requires cognitive effort. When your day is filled with an endless stream of choices and mental processing, your cognitive resources become depleted, leading to a generalized feeling of exhaustion that extends beyond mere mental tiredness. It impacts your ability to focus, your capacity for creative problem-solving, and even your willpower to make healthy choices, creating a cycle of depletion that can feel insurmountable. This isn't about being lazy. It's about the finite nature of our brain's processing power. The intricate dance of cellular energy production, beyond the basic need for ATP, involves the nuanced regulation of mitochondria, the powerhouses within our cells. For women in their prime, maintaining the health and efficiency of these organelles is paramount, yet often overlooked. Consider the process of mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. This is stimulated by periods of physical stress, like exercise, but also by specific nutrient signaling pathways. When these pathways are sluggish due to deficiencies in certain antioxidants or cofactors, the body's capacity to replenish its energy-generating machinery diminishes. This leads to a progressive decline in cellular energy output, a foundational reason for that persistent, deep-seated fatigue. It's not just about having enough fuel. It's about ensuring the power plants themselves are robust and numerous enough to meet demand. Furthermore, the intricate signaling cascades that regulate cellular repair and regeneration are vital for sustained energy. Imagine your cells constantly undergoing minor damage from daily wear and tear, oxidative stress, and metabolic processes. Their ability to efficiently repair this damage, mediated by complex protein interactions and enzymatic activity, directly impacts their long-term functionality and energy output. When these repair mechanisms are compromised, perhaps due to deficiencies in specific amino acids or coenzymes involved in DNA repair and protein synthesis, cellular function deteriorates. This leads to a buildup of damaged components within the cell, a phenomenon that can impair mitochondrial function and contribute to that feeling of sluggishness and reduced resilience. It's like trying to run a factory with faulty machinery that's never properly maintained. Efficiency plummets, and output suffers. Conversely, Consider the often underestimated role of neurotransmitter balance in regulating perceived energy and motivation. While we've touched on hormonal influences, the specific neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin are critical for feelings of alertness, drive, and well-being. Deficiencies or imbalances in these crucial chemical messengers can manifest not just as mood disturbances, but also as profound apathy and a lack of motivation, which can be easily misinterpreted as simple laziness or a lack of discipline. For instance, insufficient dopamine signaling can lead to a profound lack of drive, making even routine tasks feel monumentally difficult, regardless of physical energy reserves. The brain's ability to initiate action and experience reward is directly tied to these delicate chemical balances, and their disruption can leave you feeling profoundly unmotivated and drained. Another crucial layer involves the body's intricate detoxification pathways and their impact on cellular energy. While we've mentioned environmental toxins, it's important to understand that the liver's phase I and phase II detoxification enzymes require specific cofactors and nutrients to function optimally. When these pathways are sluggish due to nutrient deficiencies, perhaps in B vitamins, sulfur-containing amino acids, or certain minerals, the body's ability to neutralize and eliminate harmful compounds becomes less efficient. This can lead to a buildup of metabolic byproducts and toxins that can interfere with cellular respiration and mitochondrial function, directly contributing to that pervasive feeling of fatigue. It's as if the body's internal waste management system is backed up, causing a general slowdown and inefficiency throughout the entire organism, leaving you feeling heavy and depleted. The intricate dance of cellular energy production, beyond the basic need for ATP, involves the nuanced regulation of mitochondria, the powerhouses within our cells. For women in their prime, maintaining the health and efficiency of these organelles is paramount, yet often overlooked. Consider the process of mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. This is stimulated by periods of physical stress, like exercise, but also by specific nutrient signaling pathways. When these pathways are sluggish due to deficiencies in certain antioxidants or cofactors, the body's capacity to replenish its energy-generating machinery diminishes. This leads to a progressive decline in cellular energy output, a foundational reason for that persistent, deep-seated fatigue. It's not just about having enough fuel, it's about ensuring the power plants themselves are robust and numerous enough to meet demand. Furthermore, the intricate signaling cascades that regulate cellular repair and regeneration are vital for sustained energy. Imagine your cells constantly undergoing minor damage from daily wear and tear, oxidative stress, and metabolic processes. Their ability to efficiently repair this damage, mediated by complex protein interactions and enzymatic activity, directly impacts their long-term functionality and energy output. When these repair mechanisms are compromised, perhaps due to deficiencies in specific amino acids or coenzymes involved in DNA repair and protein synthesis, cellular function deteriorates. This leads to a buildup of damaged components within the cell, a phenomenon that can impair mitochondrial function and contribute to that feeling of sluggishness and reduced resilience. It's like trying to run a factory with faulty machinery that's never properly maintained. Efficiency plummets, and output suffers. Conversely, consider the often underestimated role of neurotransmitter balance in regulating perceived energy and motivation. While we've touched on hormonal influences, the specific neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin are critical for feelings of alertness, drive, and well-being. Deficiencies or imbalances in these crucial chemical messengers can manifest not just as mood disturbances, but also as profound apathy and a lack of motivation, which can be easily misinterpreted as simple laziness or a lack of discipline. For instance, insufficient dopamine signaling can lead to a profound lack of drive, making even routine tasks feel monumentally difficult, regardless of physical energy reserves. The brain's ability to initiate action and experience reward is directly tied to these delicate chemical balances, and their disruption can leave you feeling profoundly unmotivated and drained. Another crucial layer involves the body's intricate detoxification pathways and their impact on cellular energy. While we've mentioned environmental toxins, it's important to understand that the liver's phase I and phase II detoxification enzymes require specific cofactors and nutrients to function optimally. When these pathways are sluggish due to nutrient deficiencies, perhaps in B vitamins, sulfur-containing amino acids, or certain minerals, the body's ability to neutralize and eliminate harmful compounds becomes less efficient. This can lead to a buildup of metabolic byproducts and toxins that can interfere with cellular respiration and mitochondrial function, directly contributing to that pervasive feeling of fatigue. It's as if the body's internal waste management system is backed up, causing a general slowdown and inefficiency throughout the entire organism, leaving you feeling heavy and depleted. Beyond the biochemical pathways and hormonal fluctuations, the subtle yet profound influence of your sensory environment on your energy levels often goes unacknowledged. Consider the impact of light. Exposure to natural sunlight, particularly in the morning, is crucial for regulating your circadian rhythm and signaling to your body that it's time to be alert and active. Conversely, prolonged exposure to artificial blue light in the evenings can disrupt melatonin production, leading to poor sleep quality and subsequent daytime fatigue. Think of your internal clock as a finely tuned instrument. Inconsistent or inappropriate light signals can throw it wildly out of sync, leaving you feeling perpetually jet-lagged, even if you haven't left your home. This isn't merely about aesthetics, it's about the physiological response your body has to specific wavelengths of light, dictating your wakefulness and sleep cycles. Furthermore, the auditory landscape of your daily life can act as a significant energy siphon. Constant exposure to noise pollution, the incessant hum of traffic, the chatter of open-plan offices, or even the relentless notifications from your devices, keeps your nervous system in a low-grade state of hypervigilance. This chronic activation of the sympathetic nervous system, even at a subtle level, consumes considerable metabolic energy. Imagine your brain constantly trying to filter out irrelevant stimuli. It's a demanding task that diverts resources away from other cognitive functions and leaves you feeling mentally fatigued and drained, even if you haven't engaged in any demanding intellectual work. The sheer effort of trying to find quiet amidst the cacophony contributes to that pervasive weariness. The quality of the air you breathe also plays a surprisingly significant role in your energy reserves. Indoor environments, in particular, can harbor a host of pollutants, dust mites, mold spores, volatile organic compounds, VOCs, from cleaning products and furnishings, that can trigger inflammatory responses and impair oxygen uptake. When your body is constantly battling these airborne irritants, it diverts energy towards immune responses and detoxification, leaving less available for sustained activity and mental clarity. Think of your lungs as the primary gateway for oxygen, the very fuel for your cells. If they are compromised by poor air quality, the entire system runs on fumes, leading to that feeling of being perpetually out of breath, both literally and metaphorically. Finally, consider the subtle but persistent impact of your physical posture and movement patterns on your energy expenditure. Slouching at a desk for hours, for instance, forces your muscles to work harder to support your body, leading to increased physical fatigue and even pain. This chronic muscular strain can create tension that restricts blood flow and lymphatic drainage, further contributing to feelings of heaviness and lethargy. Conversely, engaging in mindful movement, even simple stretches or short walks, can improve circulation, boost mood, and actually generate energy. It's a paradox. Expending a little physical energy can lead to an overall increase in your capacity. The way you hold and move your body is not just about appearance. It's an active participant in your energy economy, and neglecting it can lead to a significant, often unrecognized, drain. Reflecting on this journey so far, we've journeyed through a landscape of subtle yet significant influences, each contributing to the intricate tapestry of our daily experience. It becomes clear that the whispers of fatigue are not arbitrary. They are echoes of a deeper interplay, a complex symphony where various elements converge to shape our vitality. The insights gleaned illuminate how the foundational architecture of our well-being, often taken for granted, dictates our capacity to engage fully with life's demands and aspirations. In light of these revelations, the path forward begins to reveal itself, not as a series of isolated fixes, but as an integrated approach to cultivating a thriving internal environment. The cumulative effect of understanding these interconnected systems suggests a profound shift in perspective, moving from a reactive stance against weariness to a proactive embrace of sustained energy. It's akin to tending to a garden. The vibrancy of the blooms is dependent on the health of the soil, the nourishment it receives, and the careful management of its ecosystem. Each component, though seemingly distinct, plays an indispensable role in the overall flourishing. As we pivot towards the final reflection, the implications of this exploration coalesce into a potent understanding. The awareness cultivated throughout this process empowers us to recognize the latent potential within our own biology and environment. It's about connecting the dots, seeing how the seemingly disparate threads weave together to form the fabric of our daily energy and resilience. This convergence of knowledge paves the way for a more holistic and intentional approach to reclaiming that essential spark, fostering a sense of empowerment that transcends mere symptom management and moves towards a deeper, more sustainable state of well-being. The journey thus far has laid the groundwork for a transformative realization, preparing us to step into a new narrative of vitality and self-mastery. The journey we've undertaken, from the quiet struggle of a sun-drenched morning to the intricate dance of cellular vitality, has illuminated a profound truth. Your energy is not an arbitrary gift, but a finely tuned symphony orchestrated by a complex interplay of internal and external forces. We've moved beyond the surface-level fatigue to uncover the vital nutrients that fuel your very essence, the hormonal tides that shape your resilience, the restorative power of sleep, and the subtle yet significant impact of your environment. This exploration has been a testament to the fact that feeling depleted is not an inevitable consequence of life's demands, but often a signal, a gentle nudge from your body urging you to pay closer attention to its fundamental needs. The fatigue you've experienced, that pervasive weariness that no amount of coffee could shake, is not a sign of weakness, but a call to understanding, a powerful invitation to reclaim your innate capacity for vibrant living. This realization is not an endpoint, but the dawn of a new perspective. It means understanding that tending to your energy is not a luxury, but a profound act of self-stewardship. It is about recognizing that the choices you make, from the foods you consume to the way you structure your day and engage with your surroundings, ripple outwards, shaping your capacity to not just endure, but to truly thrive. Imagine your life as a magnificent canvas. Your energy is the vibrant palette from which you paint your experiences, your ambitions, and your connections. When that palette is dull, the masterpiece remains incomplete. By understanding the foundational elements we've explored, you are no longer at the mercy of this fatigue. You are equipped with the knowledge to replenish your palette, to infuse it with the colors of vitality, focus, and unshakable well-being. The true practice begins now. It is in the conscious embrace of nourishment, the mindful cultivation of rest, the intentional creation of supportive environments, and the courageous attunement to your body's wisdom. This is not about achieving perfection, but about progress, about making small, consistent shifts that honor your inherent need for balance and restoration. Each mindful choice, each act of self-care, is a brushstroke that adds depth and brilliance to your life's canvas. You possess the power to transform that quiet fatigue into a wellspring of sustained energy, to move from a state of mere existence to one of radiant aliveness. Step forward with this newfound understanding, and paint your life in the vivid hues of your fullest potential.